All right, welcome back, everybody, to another exciting day in the painting realms. What's going on, Bill?
Oh, not too much. How about you?
I'm good. I got some Lady of Vines to paint up. I ran out of primer partway through priming her, so I'm hand doing the rest of it.
That sucks when that
Um,
happens.
yeah, the problem is I don't know what Corax White is, so I'm just doing the Wraithbone that I have. And
Corax White, I think, is yeah. Here's Corax White.
yeah,
It's just a
okay,
very, it's a white.
yeah, all right.
But Wraithbone would probably be fine too. You probably, I mean, if you're painting over it without, I mean, even with contrast, you probably won't know the difference.
It's probably
Although
fine
it
too,
is,
because she's a tree, and I want like different
yeah,
color
exactly.
gradients, so I think it'll be
Yeah, it'll
fine.
totally be fine.
Yeah, and if not, well, we can redo it. But sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
And you know what? I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll get over it at the end of the day. Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
even good. Even you can consider it a challenge to make it blend in all perfect.
There you go.
Yeah. See.
And just another way to make sure this won't get done in one stream. But that's probably fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll talk about it a little bit more today. Or a little later today, but new Sylvaneth stuff was leaked. Or not leaked, but shown on the community page.
Yeah.
A couple days ago, I forget when, but looking really good. Very exciting for my little Sylvaneth to come back and out of the woods and play again.
Sucks when armies just like sit and languish because their rules just don't hold up.
Yeah, I think they were like fine for the people who are very dedicated to Sylvaneth,
Yeah,
but I'm not.
exactly.
Yeah, but like there's like a very specific way that you can play them to be okay, and it was with the Warsong Revenant and the Mirror, and just fishing for high numbers on that like Mortal Wound bomb.
Yeah, but who wants to play like that? Doesn't sound like as much fun. Like, yeah, sure, maybe they're competitive with one list, but like that sucks.
Oh, cool! One of her claws broke.
Oh no.
Oh man, I don't even know where that bit could possibly be. Oh, it might have been outside when I was priming her, and I laid her on her side to get part of her. Okay,
Might mean it's just on the table, right?
yeah, maybe. But it rained all day today, you know.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's probably gone forever.
Sucks.
We'll have to make it happen. Fix it. Maybe a little
Green
green
stuff
stuff.
for the
Yep,
rescue. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I don't miss that about the Sylvaneth.
Spindly bits.
Every elf has to, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had that problem recently with my the spider guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like these guys are the most spindly people. Like, oh my word. It's just like little spike after little spike after little spike after long sickle spikes.
Yep.
Just all day long.
Any of them break on you?
Surprisingly, they haven't yet. However, I was transporting my Varangard the other day and I dropped one right on the floor
Ah,
and one of those horns is now well partially gone forever. I couldn't find it anywhere.
yeah. That's gross.
Yeah, it sucks when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well,
Oh, and I remembered.
mm-hmm.
I had him here to show off the final product.
Oh, yeah, because you got the
Right.
chains now. Yeah.
Finally got everything done.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I don't know if it's coming out on stream, but I like painted the little star red there, and he's got
Oh, yeah, you can see the
red dotted
reds.
eyes, and
You can't see the eyes at all, but
yeah, that's not surprising.
you can see the chest stuff, yeah.
And I gave him I used the wild colored um tufts of grass on him, kind of like like all this blue stuff, whatever it happens to be, is like corrupting everything and just turning it all wild
Yeah.
around him.
Like Wild K-Monish magic.
Yeah, exactly,
After he,
something
like,
like that.
blew up half of the continents.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it
there we
works
go.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And I
awesome.
really like the purple. I think the purple worked out great for him.
Have you got to play him at all?
No, not yet. Well, I played him that once, so
Yeah.
yeah,
In
usual stuff. But
in one page rules, right?
yep,
Oh, we're gonna be talking about that a little later too.
Yeah,
So you get to do your
absolutely.
sales pitch.
Not so much a sales pitch, just you know, going
Yeah.
over what what the game's like and what's fun about
Oh,
it.
I hear you. Yeah, for sure. Oh man. You know, like some models are just like so detailed you have like trouble getting in there.
Oh yeah,
And you're like,
absolutely.
that's great for dry brushing, but not when I'm trying to hit the mist primer spots.
Yep.
Oh man, this is gonna be a rough one.
It'll just be a stream of priming. That's okay, right?
Yeah, maybe not the whole stream, but I hope not.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll find a way to get over it. Oh, like, and then you like realize you missed entirely between the legs. The
Yep.
easiest thing to do.
Well, at
Probably.
least it's the easiest thing to do, right? So you don't need to. It's not like, oh god, I missed the whole damn thing,
Yep. Absolutely.
or like the worst possible spot. That's what I really meant to say. But
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yep. Oh boy, how am I gonna paint under this? I should have thought about sub-assembly here. Put the skirt on last. Oops.
some assembly's so hard though to actually do. I find
Yeah.
partially because I usually just like build them, maybe prime them, and then like want to play them right away.
Yep.
As opposed to having a finished product, and sub assemblies really require you to, not do anything with them until they're done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that can take me, case in point, years.
Yeah, for sure. It's a hard thing to get everything painted.
Yeah,
It really is. Heart goes out to everybody who struggles with that.
definitely I do. That's for sure.
It's funny. I'm just like starting to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like I used to just be like, I have to get it done now, and I would just like paint everything all at once.
Hmm.
But like, I don't know. I've been tired lately. I guess I don't know. I haven't been painting much other than on the stream.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It
Like,
goes it goes on and off. It really does.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, my all rock is like, I was missing the green at the stream that I needed to
Mhm.
paint for like the vine, and then I'm like, all right, I'll get that, and I picked it up, and I haven't finished him yet.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Yeah,
But there you go. If you get tired of priming, you can finish up that.
yeah, run upstairs and get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he did pretty cool on the tabletop the other day.
Oh yeah.
Played him against actually beasts. Funnily enough,
Oh okay.
yeah, Beast ended up winning that game, but yeah, they just flooded my zone, and I didn't have quite the damage chopped through it in time for the objectives.
Oh, interesting. Because
Yeah,
it's kind of weird. Because like in that case, they actually like didn't have like any buffs beyond
yeah,
their second edition book.
it's true.
Wild,
Yep.
wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried the black coach too, and like, man, I'm so unimpressed with that thing.
Ah, really? That
Yeah,
sucks.
and like I got to be able to shoot the laser beam twice, and like I did like decent damage.
Yep.
Hello, someone's in the chat saying hi. Man,
Oh, hello.
I
How are
hope
you?
I didn't let you leave you there hanging for a while and notice that. Sorry, buddy.
We kind of do our own thing for a while.
Yeah,
Check back occasionally.
we're not super used to seeing people anyway, too.
It's been a little while
Yeah.
since we were had busy chats. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's okay.
Yeah, people watch the VODs later though, so I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, we've been getting some pretty good views, huh?
Yeah. The last one, not as much. I think it's just because we were pretty late to the punch on that information.
Oh yeah,
It's,
yeah,
it's fine.
yeah. You'll have winners. You'll have not as winners.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not very concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I think I grew a beard in the way. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I believe it. Oh man, feel rude now.
You should, Alex. That was awful. How could you
Oh,
possibly?
you're just as guilty too.
No, no,
You're
no,
you're an
no.
accomplice.
It's your stream though. I'm
It's
just
our
saying.
stream. When we fuck up, it's our stream. When I do good, it's my stream. Working on Sylvaneth. Hell yeah, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, me
Very
too,
nice.
actually. Yeah. You see the community page? There's a little bit of the new Sylvaneth rules. We're going to talk about that later if you didn't, but just curious if
Pretty
you're
cool
excited
stuff.
about them as I am. But yeah, I'm working on Lady of Vines because I think she's going to. I don't think she's going to be an auto include, but I think she's going to be like a step below auto include.
You're gonna see her a lot.
Yeah. Like, I feel like maybe I'm going to be wrong about that, but I feel like it's going to be like one of those things that, like, you don't have a reason to run her, you have a reason that you're not running her.
Mhm.
Which I'm fine
I
with. She looks
I just
sweet.
realized the stream name is the same.
Oh my god. I'm so bad with that. You know, well, we can change it later. It's fine. I don't
Yeah,
want to dive through menus during a show. I
that is fair.
should set a reminder for that. I love how her rules are really, really good. Yep. I think like the thing about her that I like too is that like she's expensive, but she does like everything. Like she's a good enough caster, and like she's not insane in melee, but she's reasonable in melee, right? Like she basically has 7 attacks that are like rend 2. I think rend 1 2 damage, 3s and 3s. She has like a spell that's like a 5-up ward bubble. She can summon, and she's got some rules to be more survivable or hittier. Like she does it all.
It's
Yep.
like a mini Alariel in some ways
Yeah,
because she does a lot of that stuff too, right?
it's true. A mini Alariel. She's literally the left hand of Alariel.
Yes,
That was
I did know
severed and
that.
put in the ground. Yeah, I think we talked about that last
Yeah,
stream.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, I think Alariel fared pretty well too. But yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be the argument that you can like shoot these off the table, but I think you could shoot anything off the table, and the trick is to have everything in your army be good.
Yep.
You know?
If you're totally one trick pony and that one guy dies, yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
See, for instance, corn right now.
Yeah, the Blood Secretor.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. I hope when Corn comes out, like that book looks completely different.
Yeah, me too, for
Yeah.
sure.
Because I feel like everybody wants Corn to be Iron Jaws,
Yes,
to be honest.
that's exactly what I want.
Mm.
Iron Jaws is just like, hey, look at me go and go faster and hit harder.
Yeah.
Woo!
Not that I want any more Maw Crushers out. Yeah.
Yeah, but if if a bloodthirster just looked like a maw crusher, rules wise, like that doesn't sound so bad,
No,
right?
it's
Right?
kind of an affront to me that, like, what are they? Oh, you just said it. The Greater
But
Demons.
yeah,
Bloodthirsters?
bloodthirsters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane to me that they're like 270 points, and they're like a little expensive for what they do.
Hmm.
A Greater Demon should be like 400, 500 points.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
be
agree.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my, pretty sure I have a Wildwood contrast here. Ah, crap. Is that upstairs? No.
Oh no.
Oh, nope. Here we are.
Sweet.
Yeah, the Dryad summons on a 2-up. Cool. Yeah, once per game. I like it. And
I
spells.
still think it should just work, but
Yeah, I do too. For sure.
Okay, not just me. Thanks for joining the club.
Yeah. Alright, I think I should let the primer dry a little bit. But yeah. So, do you want to talk about the Sylvaneth rules real quick, and then we can jump into the one-page Warhammer?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Oops. Yeah. All right. So they had this article. It's like Sylvaneth's Battle Tome coming soon. So that means within the month. Hopefully this weekend they put on pre-order. I think. I could imagine that.
Yeah, I think I would guess it won't be this weekend. I'm guessing this weekend will be week 2 of Horus Heresy.
Oh, you're probably right. Yeah.
Because I think I heard that that was going to have a 2-week pre-order window.
I could
So
actually
maybe
see
the week
that.
after.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe the week after. That makes sense. But one of my biggest problems with Sylvaneth as a whole was actually how the terrain was set up. And like it's good looking terrain and it's nice and it's like a cool idea. But then there's times where like and like in the first edition book you could put it anywhere and that was like fine. Except for like it gave you like a little too much mobility. So the solution was to reduce the range on that dramatically. Dramatically, I almost said.
Prognostically.
Yeah. So
Got
and
him.
then that like made it like impossible to put anywhere. And also like I don't think a lot of people are incredibly excited about painting up like 6 of the same terrain piece, you know? Or like having to buy
Well,
it. At
yeah.
least. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're great looking trees, but
yeah, exactly.
that it gets to be a bit much.
But I have 4 of them and I liked painting the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it just got like sickening and then I needed more. So I think they were receptive to that. And also like the fact that you sometimes just couldn't put them anywhere and it just neutered your army.
Yeah.
So this article presents extremely positive changes in that regard to I guess financially and actually playability too. So our first rule is places of power. What this used to be is like you pick one and you just if you're near it you gain battle shock immunity. Which we know is battle shock immunity is just like disappearing in this game. Because like
Yeah.
you saw like the Nighthaunt like are able to delete it. There's a couple units in some of the other books that could get rid of it. A lot of like the Herdstone rules changed from auto pass to lose half.
Hmm.
Hermdar changed from lose or auto pass to lose half. So that's going. But what they replaced it with is you pick 3 terrain features and they're considered to be overgrown. So we don't quite know what overgrown is, except for the fact that in the Echoes of Doom box, the rule that let the tree spirits teleport to Wildwood terrain also lets them teleport to overgrown terrain. And that might be all it means, but like it could have like a little rule too, like you know, like dangerous terrain or whatnot.
Yeah. I think it was this article. It's this article that goes over that, right? I think what it says is you can treat them like you treat them as overgrown for the purposes of rules or
Yeah,
whatever.
right here.
But
Those
I
terrain
don't think.
features are considered to be overgrown, or to you, considered by you to be overgrown terrain features. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think so. By the sound of that, it's saying it's like considered by you to be overgrown. So I bet you they don't have other rules because I think it would have said just like are considered to be overgrown.
Yeah.
And since it just says for you, it would make sense that it's just um,
Yeah.
it doesn't have any other connotations other than this.
I
Would
get.
be my guess anyway.
I think I'm fine with that too, because I think the little terrain rules are always like so easily forgotten anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so you get to pick 3 of those. You can, and then you use those instead of Wildwoods. And I imagine you still set up your first Wildwood too as your terrain feature. But yeah, and then also Sylvaneth units within 9 inches of them heal 1 wound allocated if they're within 9 inches of an overgrown terrain feature or a friendly Awakened Wildwood. That
That's pretty cool.
it's cool. I don't see that mattering a ton.
That's true.
It could
Is
have
it,
like
is it
weird
at the
Kurnoth
beginning of
heavy
your
list
hero phase or the beginning of the hero phase?
at the start of your hero phase. Yep.
Oh, your hero phase. Okay, so it's about half as good as it could be.
Yeah. And like
Okay.
I won't. It's fine because like it's just not the bulk of the rule, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Exactly.
thing you're excited about is that you can function with a lot less trees now.
Yeah.
And that's just sweet.
Honestly, the healing will probably be forgotten most of the time.
Yep, I'm sure of it. Yeah, and then the next rule here actually, once per turn, You could pick up a Sylvaneth unit within 9 inches of an overgrown terrain feature, or Wildwood, and then move it to 9 inches of another overgrown terrain feature or Wildwood. That is more than
Please,
3 inches from all enemies.
please tell me it's you may heal on your hero phase when you're near a wildwood. In addition, you can
Nope, nope.
teleport.
It's just
Damn.
one rule. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I know you love your in addition rules.
it's so
I know
funny
you
when they
hate
do
them,
that.
kind of.
Yes,
You love
I'm
to
like,
mock them.
why? Why did they do that? I don't know. They don't want to come up with more names for rules, I suppose.
Yeah, my favorite GW rules writing thing is like, you can use this command ability if your general is on the battlefield, or if this unit's on the battlefield. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, it's like no,
What do you
duh.
mean? Why is that specified?
uh,
Anyway, yeah. So it's interesting that like your enemy can pop onto the wildwood or the overgrown terrain feature and kind of shut it off.
oh, because then you'd be within 9 inches for the teleport rule.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
No,
Yeah.
it says the one that you teleport to has to have there's more than 3 inches from enemy units.
Oh! Interesting. I missed that little bit.
Yeah, I think a lot of us
That's
did.
actually yeah, that's actually an interesting little tidbit. So yeah, you can if you can just like be within 3 inches of all of the overgrown stuff, like you can just turn them off.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
wonder how much that's gonna hurt. That might hurt a lot, actually.
it might hurt a lot, but the fact that you have 4 of these to start with instead of 1 is also a big difference.
Oh, definitely.
And I
Yeah.
kind of like the fact that there's like counterplay.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then I don't know, I feel like it's hard to say without like seeing the book and then playing with it. But I feel like there's going to be a ways where like people are going to try to like shut it off and then you're going to be able to take advantage of that too. I'm not sure how, but
That would be interesting.
yeah,
Maybe there's gonna be something like spells that are like pick an enemy unit within 3 inches of an overgrown terrain. They take
some
D3
damage.
damage or something.
Yeah.
Can't move next turn. I don't know.
Mhm.
I could see stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, so that's really cool too.
Yeah.
And then the last rule we got was a strike and fade. This thing's awesome. So once per turn in your combat phase, after a Sylvaneth unit that is wholly within 9 inches of an overgrown terrain feature friendly wildwood has fought, you can remove it from the battlefield and set it up again, more than 9 inches from enemy units and wholly within 9 inches of either a different overgrown terrain feature that is more than 3 inches from an enemy unit, or an awakened wildwood that is more than 3 inches from an enemy unit. So you get to like run in, charge, fight, run away.
Pretty sweet. So you
Yeah.
just like avoid all of the crackback damage.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And there's like definitely some like very fragile units in this book.
Yeah.
Like your spites. Or like Spite Revenants actually like kind of hit hard, but just die to anything.
Mhm.
And like this will
Yeah, it
certainly help them a lot.
gives them a little bit of something. I mean, honestly, you probably do it for anybody.
Yeah.
It'll just help anybody. It just removes a whole pile of damage.
And there's definitely going to be a situation where this will put you onto an objective after you fought.
Oh yeah, won't that be awesome?
Yep.
So how does that get used again? Is it a command ability or is it just like once per turn?
It's just a once
You
per
can do it.
turn. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
That makes it way better even.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Honestly, like they just been doing away with like command abilities are a sparing thing now.
Yeah,
Or like they use them sparingly, and I'm really a big fan of that overall.
yeah. You basically have like the base ones, and that's like it.
Yeah, and then like very high level characters, like named heroes, have it.
Yeah,
Which I'm a big fan of. I think so. I like everybody being on the same, and then like that's just their thing.
yeah. It's like a few special things for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like as long as it's like a reactive ability, it can be on a command ability and just be fine. But like the declare at the start of the combat phase, this guy gets +1 attack. Remember that was like on everything and their brother.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible.
It
Oh,
always
not
annoyed
terrible,
me.
but
It
it's
always annoyed me when the old Deepkin book, how the king was like, a unit gets +1 attack as long as it's turn 3 and only turn 3. It's like,
Yep,
what? That always
exactly.
just felt weird. It's like where other people can like attack twice or just get +1 attack or +2 or something. It's
Yeah,
just like, yeah, you can do it. +1, turn 3. There you go.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Actually, 5 if you count Lady of Vines too. So, I'm not sure how she works exactly. I think we talked about this a little bit last week, but does she count as a terrain feature to teleport to? Because it says things within 6 inches of her count her as a terrain feature.
Oh,
So they're not within 6 inches of her if they're teleporting. So I don't think they could teleport to her.
I don't think they can. Yeah,
But
I
they
think
can
that's
run
what
away.
we
Yeah.
thought of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
But
four and a
now
half. Yeah.
but now she counts herself as that, right?
Yes.
So that's interesting too.
Yeah, so she's a Sylvaneth. Within 6 inches of herself. Yep.
Yep.
Checks out.
Well, I mean, that not in all games do you count the thing itself as a thing, as a
Yeah.
friendly.
I understand. Yeah.
But yes, in this game it does.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's kind of cool that she could just go wherever she wants to.
Yeah, she can just use that ability herself and just fade out,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
absolutely. Yeah.
do you have to be near overgrown terrain for that ability to work?
Overgrown or yeah. You have to be wholly within 9 inches.
Yeah. So there you go. She already is,
Yep.
obviously, because she herself counts as it. So she can literally just like pick up the trees and go home.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's actually really convenient though, because like if you're running her, you can always use her as the fire and fade as
Yeah,
long as she's in
exactly.
combat. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Centel just
Or whatever I
confirmed
said.
this too. Yeah. Yeah, just
Yeah.
if they are within. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Fade away in her own bubble to jump. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sweet.
she does it all.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to have a Skaven one too. But we just have the Sylvaneth. And of
Yeah, I'm
course, I'm
surprised we
probably
only
going to share the Skaven one tomorrow just to spite me, right?
that's got to be how it goes, right?
Yeah, of course. All right, you ready to talk about one page
Yeah. Okay.
fantasy real
Yeah.
quick? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh,
this they're like a free to play thing, and
Mhm.
it's they got a Patreon that they get support with, and they make 3D models for their stuff for support and everything. But other than that, it's like a really small thing. But they have a bunch of different ones, and they've got like Grimdark, uh, the Grimdark one, which is basically 40k, and then Age of Fantasy, which is pretty equivalent to Age of Sigmar in a lot of ways.
and it
So
uses a lot of it uses the same models, right?
yeah, basically the to get around any questionable stuff, the fan made wiki basically has like suggestions for which models to use for what units, and you can tell just kind of by looking at them. They gave them like similar-ish names, so it makes it easy enough to figure out what units to use.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can absolutely use like all your same models that you already have to
It's
play.
like the appeal to this is when like you have an hour lunch break and you want to try to get a game in an hour.
Oh yeah, it's much quicker. There's the other appeal is I like the alternating activations a lot. So
Yeah.
there's that, and there's definitely simplicity to it, which is nice. I haven't been feeling like I've just been forgetting all my rules, which is a good thing too.
Yeah. Which is definitely a
So,
problem with the main game.
yeah, it
Mhm.
definitely can be.
Absolutely. Next slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come oh on. Yeah, we didn't think this through because I'm behind.
That's okay.
So I don't even remember which one it is. I guess I'll give it a few seconds.
This one's gonna be the. It looks like actions.
Oh yeah.
Hold,
Okay.
advance,
So
rush, charge. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, how the game goes is you're going to turns are at the same time essentially, and you alternate activating a unit and doing some actions and doing an action with them. So these are like the basic actions that you can do on a turn. There's some like in the extended rulebook. There's like it adds some things, and that's like one of the things that they have you pay for is like the full rulebook. costs a little bit. But if you go to their Patreon, which is like $5 a month, you get the full rule book and all these other kinds of things. So
Okay.
not too money grabby by any stretch of the imagination. But so on your turn, so after you set up your units, which is just alternating placing guys down, whoever I believe it's whoever finishes first takes the first turn, and you just pick one of your guys and you do one of these actions. So hold is just you can shoot somebody and you don't move. That one's boring. Advance,
Okay.
so you move 6 inches, and everyone moves 6 inches. That's just how the game works. So like, unless you have a rule fast or very fast, or maybe there's a slow one too. But like, if you're unless you see anything special, you just this is it. This is your move. So you can move 6 inches and shoot on your turn, or you can rush, which is I guess running, equivalent
Yeah.
to like yeah. So you just move 12. You just pick your guys up, move 12. That's it.
Okay.
And then charging um, is also just a 12-inch move that you do on your turn as your activation.
So
So
you don't roll
like
for it?
instead of there's no rolling or anything, if you're within 12, you just move your guys and there you are. And then combat will take place. So now the interesting thing is combat takes place right away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So shooting. Well, we'll do shooting first. Shooting is simple. It's basically the same. You roll dice, enemies roll saves. That's it. Nothing special.
So is there hit
Um,
and wounds, or is it just like just hits, or?
it's just hits. So you're gonna have what's called a quality stat.
Okay.
Um, and you roll your quality, and then your opponent rolls their defense to save. And other than that, it works exactly the same.
Okay.
So
So you like have a quality of like 4 up, or?
yeah, you roll fours. If you get fours, I guess hit and wound essentially.
Yeah.
And then you just roll saves like normal. Saves are exactly the same as they are in Sigmar.
Okay.
So
Cool.
a lot of stuff is very transferable over, which is also nice. Makes it easy to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And then for melee, you moved your 12 to charge in. Your opponent then will move 3 inches towards your guys. Everybody within you'll fight. Everyone within 2 inches of an enemy unit can fight.
Okay.
So basically, it just everyone has 2-inch range.
Yep.
This is an easy way to look at it there. You'll roll hits just like with the shooting. You just roll 1 die. And then your opponent rolls saves, remove models, and then they immediately fight back. And
Right after a charge.
right after the charge. Yep.
Okay.
And then the charging model will move 1 inch back, so you're no longer in combat.
Okay.
So there's no like locked in combat situation or anything like that. You can
Mhm.
always just move away, charge somebody else. But the interesting thing is, so the first time you fight in a turn, you roll your full quality. The after that, so like let's say you get charged again, you only hit on 6s now. So like there's strategies with like dogpiling other people, like one
Okay.
unit to
Is this on a per turn basis, or?
yes, on a per turn basis.
Okay.
Yep. The game
Interesting.
goes 4 turns. And holding objectives is different. It's if you have any models within 3 inches of objective, you hold it at the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
If you both have objectives or models near the objective, it's neutral. And if you move away from objective, you still hold it as long as no one else takes it from you.
Okay, so
So
model count doesn't matter.
yeah, model count doesn't matter. You just have to have anybody there.
All
Yep.
right.
Um, let's see. Go to the next one. I think it's morale. Just a big thing about morale.
Oh, it's coherency.
Oh, it's coherency. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So I just wanted to show the. So coherency is a little different, but I think pretty elegant for what the game is. It's just you have to be within 2 inches of other models, and totally, and within 6 inches, like combined, or if you draw a line across the models, they all have to be within 6 inches if possible.
Okay.
So like bigger base models, you can't necessarily do it, but you get as close as you can, and then
Okay,
it's all
cool.
good.
So
Yep.
it's basically trying to treat like each unit as like a single model.
Um,
Not quite.
Not really. No, it's still roughly the same, but
Okay.
the uh the coherency is kind of nicer. It just like it's kind of like a blob of a unit as opposed to like daisy chaining out. They're trying to. I think that's their method of like getting rid of the daisy chain
Yeah.
is to just say basically you have to be within a blob. The unit sizes are also for the most part smaller, so
Okay.
you can. So they have the base unit size, and you can double it if you want to, and that's it. That's
All
what they
right.
have.
Interesting.
Okay, so next slide's about morale. So morale is very relevant in this game.
Right.
So uh, after you fight in melee, you have to decide who won the combat. Who won the combat is whoever took more wounds than the other. So, like, let's say I did 3 damage to you, you did 2 damage back. I won the fight, right?
Yeah.
So
Checks
now
out.
you're gonna roll a morale check, which is your same. So your quality stat that you're rolling to hit is also for morale.
Okay.
So you use the same thing. You just roll one die, and if you make it, you're good. If you don't make it, um, then you check how many wounds you have left in your unit compared to its full size. If you have more than half still, you're wavering. Wavering simply means you can't take objectives, and you're going to take and you always hit on sixes.
Okay.
However, you can spend your action to remove wavering,
Got it.
which
Okay.
actually has some interesting effects. I found it in one of the games. It's like it doesn't seem terribly interesting. It looks like, oh, they'll just lose their turn, but actually, like picking the right time to make them unwavering is important because, like, if you think they're going to get charged, you can make them unwavering, and now suddenly they'll fight at full strength for the next upcoming fight.
Okay.
So there's like a little play there. It's actually really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then, however, if you have lost more than half of your models in your unit, they rout, and
So
they're just gone.
run away,
Just
basically. Yeah.
pick up the rest of them, and they're all gone.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So once you lose half, like that halfway mark is like a really crucial point in the game
Mm-hmm.
where you want to like be extra careful with your units if you're under half strength,
Because
because
that's
otherwise
very scary.
they literally might just all run away.
Okay.
Honestly, in the games that I've played, and we've played a few games now, I think that maybe we've seen someone route once. It doesn't happen too often, so it's not like super scary to have happen, but it can happen.
Right.
But at least it's not like you took some damage already, so it doesn't feel too bad
Right.
if the rest
Mm-hmm.
go. All right. So on the next slide, I think I've got an example army,
Yes.
if
This
I'm
is
right.
Beastman right here.
Yep. So there's Beastman, and that's the whole. Those are all the rules right there for playing Beastman. That's the whole thing. That would be like an Age of Sigmar book. So it basically at the top you have all of the different units and their stat lines, and then down below they'll have I believe those are all just I can't see it
It
on
looks
the
like point
screen. Hang on.
totals. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's point totals, and I can actually bring it up real quick.
And then we
There
have
we go.
like Bestial Ambush, Bestial
Yeah, okay.
Hatred, Crazed. Yeah.
So yeah, so all of the so you have all at the top. All the different lines are basically like the unit, their stats, their quality, and their defense. What equipment they come with by default, and then the special rules they have, and then a thing with what upgrades they can take. Just like pointing to a table down below, and then their point cost. The points are all like balanced roughly similar to what you think in Age of Sigmar. or that's my understanding anyway. We mostly played like 750 games because that's what it suggested to start with, and it's also a quick game to play, so
Okay.
um, it was good for like at lunch type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we're probably gonna start playing with a few more because we've gotten used to the game. Anyway, so down below you have all the upgrades. So this is kind of a little bit more like a 40k style thing, I think, where you can replace weapon options and stuff. But what it works out in practice to be is it's basically just like it's more just like the different weapon options that each Age of Sigmar model has, right?
Right.
But they standardize the different weapons and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you have like dual weapons, for instance, it'll just be you'll know it's like 6 attacks and what have you.
Okay.
Um, so and then this sheet also has what all the special rules do, like you were saying, the bestial ambush, bestial hatred. So special rules in this game. So up the top you see like oh well maybe you can see maybe you can't, but like
Furious
you know
Hero, tough.
yeah
Right.
exactly right yep. And so those are all there's like 2 pages of rules that have all of these special keywords on them, and so the special rules down below are like the ones that are special for your army that your guys can have.
And there's a keyword section somewhere, I take it.
Yeah, it's in the rules. There's like 2 pages of them.
Okay.
The app actually does a really good job of taking care of like keyword spam because
That's nice, yeah.
and we'll see that in a bit when you open that up. That it's actually just like you just like tap on it and it'll just tell you exactly what it is, like right there.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
Yeah, no, it's very convenient. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to worry about it. And then you can see over. So back on this, they also have wizard spells for any your wizards. Wizards just anytime. So it doesn't actually take your activation to cast a spell. You can just do it anytime before combat. Um, and you just roll 1 die, add your wizard level to it, and if you make the spell cost, you get the effect. So
Mm-hmm.
relatively simple there. It's just 1 die instead of 2.
All right. And then you get like a bonus for how good you are.
Yeah, so a wizard level 1, which is the baseline, will get +1. So basically, the way to think about it is all those numbers are at least 1 better than they appear.
Okay.
And then like a level 2 wizard is just +2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's not too much more to say there. Was there anything left in the slideshow? I don't think so, right?
Nope, I believe that was the last one as well.
Yeah, so the thing I also sent you the link to
Yeah.
the list builder.
Pull that up?
Yeah, bring that guy up.
Okay. Yep, so we're at the list builder here.
Yep.
I selected the Beastman one for now. And we got
Yeah,
options
perfect.
for
Sounds
points,
good. Yep.
limits.
Yep, so you can so you can just hit continue from there, and that'll be fine.
Oh,
Or
okay.
create list.
Alright, cool. So Beast Lord is 55.
Yeah, so you can actually get this as like a web app on your phone. And that's what I do. So I just use that.
That's
So
nice, yeah.
oh
Build
yeah, I
a
see
list
what you mean
together?
by it was cutting it off a little bit there, huh?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't see both this and our stream at the same time. Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna zoom out then.
Okay.
I don't know if that actually helped. I might be able to fix something.
I haven't seen a show. Oh, not really.
No.
I don't think, but that's okay. It's no big deal. We'll be able to see the bulk in the middle anyway, and that's what's. Oh, that worked.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover us up a little bit. Okay.
Okay, so the thing over to the side that you did get rid of there is actually going to be like where all the stats come up for the units.
Alright, yeah, so we're gonna have to scroll over when we get there.
Yeah, so I would suggest just zooming in a little bit more and getting to the mobile version of the of what it looks like. It'll eventually compact, and totally.
Okay.
Did you? Okay, yeah, there you go. And then we can just go from there. I think that'll be more visible on screen. And maybe just make
Yeah.
like the window a little smaller or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So from here you can see all of the different units, and you can kind of guess what they are. They kind of are like relatively straightforward. Like you can see, like Beast Lord is, well, I guess the Beast Lord, they didn't change the name, so there you go.
Yeah.
It's just a Beast Lord.
What's the Hunt Master?
Huntmaster. I don't know what the Huntmaster would be.
Hmm.
What could the Huntmaster be?
Dragon Ogre Shaggoth? No, that's. Oh,
No,
it
I
might
think
be the
that'd be
Shaman.
Centaur boss.
Great
Oh,
Gray
it could be the
Shaman.
Shaman. Let's
Is
see.
there a wizard
So
key
if you
there?
click on him, you can see. So let's click on the Beast Lord real quick, and
Oh,
yeah,
there we
so
go.
yeah,
Okay.
see,
All right,
yep, you
those
just
are his
hover
weapon
over them, and it just
options.
tells you what they do.
Okay.
Yep. So you can see you can. So he doesn't have an upgrade with as a wizard by the looks of it. So he wouldn't be the wizard. The Huntmaster can get upgraded with a shaman. So yeah, I would guess that that is correct. But it also looks like they have some other options. So like, there's a bunch of different things you could probably do with these guys, which is kind of interesting because you can kind of create your own model in a lot of ways, like picking the different options and then like making a model to fit it,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is also fun. But yeah, I'd probably use the Huntmaster as a shaman for a shaman.
Sounds about right to me, actually.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so which one are you on? You're on the Huntmaster. Okay.
Yeah. Brute
So
boss, Centaur boss.
yeah, I guess the Centaur boss is the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, or that's what's intended anyway. And you can see how he has like all kinds of keywords, like
Mm-hmm.
crazed.
Furious,
I think is one of the
fast.
special one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing stronger than family.
nothing stronger than family.
Yeah, like
Oh,
Fast and
fast!
Furious.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I was reading them the other. I heard furious and then fast, and I did not put them together in my brain.
I did say in that order. Yeah.
So he has impact too. Impact's a pretty great one where you just, when you
Damage.
charge in, it just does that many hits automatically. And
Oh, okay.
you still roll saves for him, but it's 3 automatic hits.
Is that in addition
Uh,
to whatever else you
in
do?
addition to whatever you do. Yep. Yeah, you'll notice all the weapons have AP as well, which for 40k people is just armor pen,
Yep.
rending.
I was gonna ask that
Yep.
next. Yeah.
All the same. Yep. Yeah, most of it's straightforward. Like the weapons, A4 just means 4 attacks.
Okay.
Um, yep.
You get all the
Most
things.
of this should just look familiar. Basically, is what it comes down to. But the how it plays is very different.
Yeah,
With
it
the
sounds it.
alternating activations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like the hunters there, you can see quality 5, defense 5, so they
Oh,
just pretty much suck. But you keep in mind you only roll 1 dice, not 2, so it's not like 5 up, which is really bad, right?
right.
It's 5 up. 5+ is actually on 1 die is better than 4s in Age of
Yeah,
Sigmar.
it's true.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of a way to think about like how much damage they're doing. But they only have 1 attack unless you pay points to upgrade them. So
Is that true for everybody?
that they only have 1 attack base.
Yeah.
It's whatever. So you'll see in the it'll just
Oh,
show you at the
attack
top
one.
what the basic is. Yeah.
ATK one.
Yep.
Okay.
So like for instance
What's range?
the brutes have hand weapons that are attack 2, AP 2 by default.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Attack
Um
4.
oh
Even. Yeah.
they actually have like a whole just I don't want to say algorithm. That sounds like the wrong word. The whole
Guideline.
formula for like calculating the points on these guys and everything. That apparently is available somewhere. I haven't seen it, but yeah. So basically, the idea with this game is you're more likely to get a balanced game out of it because they have a limited rule set, right?
Yeah.
And like all of the armies, like they they actually did a really good job, I think, with the armies for the most part. Like they all feel like distinct and like what you feel like the army should be, but at the same time, like don't add like too much. don't add too much flavor. I don't want to say too much flavor because flavor is good.
Yeah.
They don't add so much that it makes it harder to balance. So basically, the idea here is it's a much more balanced game overall because they have less rules.
Right.
But they have less rules, so that's the downside as well, right? Like
Yeah.
you don't have all of the cool different options and everything.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
so yeah, that's the main difference, right? So it's kind of like you're more likely to have a balanced game, but you don't have the like crazy list building options and all of the different cool interactions that you do with Age of Sigmar.
Mm-hmm.
But it plays quick. It plays pretty nice. Honestly, it's pretty slick game overall.
It does seem that way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely worth giving a go.
Yeah, I would.
It's not going to replace Age of Sigmar for you if you like it. For sure, it won't. But
yeah.
it's fun. Yeah, and it's very easy to get into as well.
I might like
Especially
that
if
better
you
than
already
like
have an army.
Warcry, for example.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's my sales pitch, as it were.
Yeah.
I
It
guess.
seems like an extremely different game.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, the alternating activations makes it very different.
Yeah.
And the full rules though, like if that seemed all like way too simple, the full rules do have like the options for like adding command points and adding a bunch of different
modular too.
Yeah, they have all kinds of. So they have like 3 different sets. They have like core rules. They have like advanced rules, and then they have what they call. Well, I don't remember what they call it, but the essential idea is they're like game-changing rules that do wildly different things.
Mm-hmm.
And they have all kinds of different sets that you can include as you like in your games.
That's fun. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I don't like painting contrast, and then you get like on every part that you don't want it to be.
Oh, just
And then you have to,
literally
like,
everywhere.
Go out and do it. Yeah, because I got it all over like this. I can't even get it on camera. Yeah, there it is. Right on the staff and the shoulders.
Yep.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, this seems fun. I like the
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. It plays really well.
Yeah, I think I'm way too inundated with the actual AOS to give up on that, of course. But yeah, it's not.
Oh, I would never expect you to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's worth trying.
Yeah, we had a
point.
little bit of a lull, so this was a fun topic to talk about.
Yeah.
Did you have
Yeah.
any fun stories from when you played, like things that happened to get
Well-
Timmy and us all excited?
Well, Bellicor was an absolute beast. So he's I played him as so online I found like what's the Archeon model. It's basically the Chaos Lord on
dragon,
well they
right?
call it on a dragon. But I was like but it was like 300 points or something. So I was like, we're gonna run Bellicor instead because I think he's better sized for it and everything. And oh man, he had like 10 attacks, and he has fear. So fear is after combat's over, you add D3. It's basically like you did D3 more damage for the purposes of deciding who won combat.
Oh, okay.
And then he's also got a breath weapon which does automatic damage, and he has like 15 wounds, and he was very, very hard to ship. There was one sketchy point where the guy after I had fought for the turn, he got a charge off though. And put more damage on than I could just rolling 6s.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had to take a morale test with him, which was a little sketchy.
Oh, yeah.
But he would have only been wavering because he didn't take too much damage.
Oh, so like you could get removed if you have half your health too, even.
Yeah,
Your single
yep.
model,
It's a hero. Yep. Oh, that brings up a couple other things I forgot to mention. So your heroes can join units, kind of like they could in 7th edition 40k.
Right.
And maybe they could. They probably couldn't in old
Fantasy too.
Warhammer Fantasy too. I don't really know at all. But yeah, so they can join the units, and then they usually have a tough value, and that's just how many wounds they have. So everything's assumed to have 1 unless it has a tough value greater than 1.
Okay.
And so you factor in their health into the unit, and you can use their quality value for morale tests. But it comes with, and they get to attack obviously the same, and you can not assign the damage to them. You can assign it to the unit instead. But it comes with the risk that if the unit's under half the health,
He runs with
right,
them.
he runs with them. So
Spooky.
yeah, so a little risk reward there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of
Uh,
miss the joining the unit thing.
yeah,
But like,
it's kind of neat.
yeah,
But
I think that would just solve a lot of issues in
yeah,
with
you
proper right now.
can't shoot guys off the heroes off the table when they're in a
Yeah.
unit type of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't hate that. And there's some units in this that have like a sniper ability, so you can pick the model that gets damaged.
Yeah.
So like in that case, you could like pick the hero. But I kind of like that you have to like be a little specialized to just be able to shoot the heroes.
Yeah. Cause I've always said too, like when you picture like a battle, like you don't think you can be very accurate like across an entire field with like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
unit of 30. You just try to cover as much ground as possible. So
Yep.
the fact that you have like 50 guys all pointed at the same thing, unless it was like a dragon that was
Yeah, like a huge guy,
many,
right?
many,
Yeah.
many times the size
Yeah.
of a human, yeah. But
Yep. And especially considering how important they usually are game wise. Like normally, I don't have much of a problem with the the fails in terms of oh, this doesn't seem realistic. It's like, yeah, it's a game. I usually don't
exactly,
care too
yeah.
much about that. And like game rules are there to make things interesting and not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily realistic. But the but like that always felt like also like a little bit of like a fail in game mechanics where you could just like target them down
Yeah. And I want to be
and
clear
like
too. I'm way more angry about stuff being added to a game because quote it makes sense at the expense of the game. Too, you know?
oh like did like what exactly? You have an example of
Not in this game, but like
Hmm.
some games that have like fall damage or like weight capacity.
Oh
And like
yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
really add or like weapon durability is actually a perfect example.
Yeah, there
Like
you
that
go.
was put in online games just so like there's a sync to the economy so like players aren't making infinite money. But any single player game that has like any sort of durability system can go fuck itself because it's realistic, but it adds nothing to the game but like time.
Yeah.
You know?
It doesn't yeah.
Yeah. So
Like I guess in that one it's like the idea would be like, oh, but now you have to use different weapons and you can't just keep using the same one all the time. It's like yeah, it's just a pain in the butt though in practice.
yeah, and I don't know. I just feel like the people who want to use different weapons do use different weapons, and
Yeah,
the
the
people
people
who
that
don't
don't want to.
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Why are you forcing that on
Yeah.
someone? Yeah.
Like as much as I like Breath of the Wild, but like that game was a huge offender of like
That's
that.
exactly the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
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 Like it was just like so exhausting that you're like, "Oh, I can't even like do this now."
Yeah, it's like I just don't have the weapons on me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like you can't even buy them either. Like you have to like run around the world until they show up.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm. There's a lot of stuff in that game that actually it makes sense, but it's a bad mechanic too. Like I think when you couldn't climb when it rained.
Oh, that was an awful mechanic.
Yeah, you're like,
Like it's
"Oh
like I guess
man."
I guess I'm just gonna sit here and wait for the rain to go away.
You're like, "Oh, I have this mechanic where I can wait by a bonfire and waste time while I'm waiting for something to go away." Oh, I can't put the bonfire because it's raining.
Oh yeah, because it's raining. Oh
Yep.
no. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So you couldn't even waste time in the one time you wanted to waste time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oof.
It's
I
so
forgot
funny.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was rough.
But like that kind of stuff, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's no need for the extra realism. Like, I mean, unless that's exactly what you're going for, right? I guess. Like if that's the draw to your game is realism,
yeah.
I guess. But like then people know what they're getting into when they're, you know, signing up. They're signing up for the realism, right?
It's hard
And
to
then if that's what they
argue
want, then there
that
you go.
like your game's about realism when the point is like you're saving a mystical like 100-year-old princess from like a pig demon.
No, I didn't say that in this case that was
Okay,
the case.
yeah.
No, this was not the example. I was not using Breath of the Wild as an
You're like a
example of
survivor
this is what they did.
horror or something like that, right?
Yeah, or like yeah, like some survival game that's like, oh, this is hyper realistic. Like you need to eat like every like 8 hours in game, and you need to make sure you're breathing and drinking water and not too
Mm-hmm.
cold. And like normally with those kinds of games, it's like that's like what they're advertising. They're like, look at all these things that you have to do that seem like they would suck as game mechanics, but some people really like them. I
Yeah.
promise. Yeah,
And I think if the whole game's designed around it, and like that's the whole point of the game,
yeah,
and it's like because then in that case, it's not stopping you from playing the game. It is the game, right?
it is the game. Yeah,
So it's a little
yeah.
different, even
And if
there.
that's what you want to do, then yeah, then there you
Yeah.
go. But yeah, if they're just adding it in to an otherwise, other game, like something else that it's
Yeah.
really not,
About
and just
killing
like being
pig
like,
demons and saving
yeah,
princesses.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Precisely.
Yeah. So that
So
was
why were you even trying to climb stuff in Breath of the Wild? Don't you just, like glitch out a tree and just like fucking slingshot yourself halfway across the world? Isn't that how most people move in that
I
game?
guess now it is, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't super obvious at first, but
Uh, people found some wild ways to move in that game.
yeah, I
I've seen.
appreciate that game in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
for sure. There's just some very questionable design decisions, in my opinion.
Yeah. Hopefully the second one gets rid of those.
Yeah, like if they like take this as an opportunity to learn, like I think
Yeah.
this is an amazing, amazing first step.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you're not a Pokemon guy, right?
Oh, I grew up on Pokemon. I haven't played it as much recently, but oh my god, did I play a ton as a kid.
All right, I didn't know if you tried Arceus at all.
I have not, but I've heard it's really good.
I've heard like such mixed things about it.
Oh really? Maybe
Yeah,
I'm just hearing from the super Pokemon lovers.
yeah. I mean, I every now and then I gotta play Pokemon, so I might
Mhm.
pick that up at some point. I haven't yet,
Yeah,
just because of time, but like it has. It sounds like it has ideas, but like the most like common thing I heard too is like that was such a great start to change the formula because the
that's what
games
I've
were like
actually
very
heard too.
yeah.
Yeah,
So like I think that's good,
yeah,
but like I also hear it's very far from what it should be.
yeah. They made a lot of strides in the right direction, but it wasn't like the final,
Yeah.
like design type of
Mm-hmm.
thing. Almost like a stepping stone, just trying out a whole bunch of ideas, seeing what sticks the best.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that though,
Mm-hmm.
like really going wild with your design choices.
Yeah. Exactly. Like I don't know, because like I think it's frustrating when you play like a Pokemon game you don't like, and you're like, wow, they didn't even like try anything interesting. Like
Yeah,
I'd rather be mad because I didn't like the mechanic than mad that it's just
it's just the same.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, yep.
And it's like yeah, I guess the
That's
remakes make so much money though,
oh, I bet they
and
do.
like
Yeah,
I can't even be smug about it. I got the Diamond and Pearl remake. Like
they're selling your childhood back to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Oops, I got contrast, or I got a Wraithbone all over the part that was supposed to be tree. Oops.
Oh no. And the contrast dance occurs again.
Back and forth.
Contrast shuffle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not so bad though.
No, no.
Yeah, contrasts are
No.
a really good tool, I think, overall.
Yeah, definitely. They like can just like they make some effects so easy
Yeah.
that are otherwise like very time consuming to do.
And there's just like some of the colors that I think are just like perfect.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
Like I really like Wildwood for the trees, to be honest. And I do a
Yeah.
dry brush of I think Dryad bark is what it's called.
Hmm.
And like contrast by itself doesn't quite do it for me, but like contrast with the yeah, Sylvaneth bark is what it's called. But like with a little bit extra,
Yep.
like it's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can really add a lot. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's actually why I like the slap chop because it kind of like gives a little extra
Yeah.
right away. Yeah. Here's one of the finished guys
Oh
from
yeah.
the Warriors I was painting the other day.
Fantastic. I gotta
I
try that
definitely
at
came
some
out.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. they're they're very clearly just like quick painted guys. Like if you look at them close, you're like, oh yeah, you painted that quick. But like, hey, I'm not going to be embarrassed to run this guy. And it's certainly better than running like a just a primed model on the table, right? Or
Yeah,
gray.
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not complaining.
Or if you have just like a ton to do, get ready
Yeah,
for an event.
exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think
like the
people are gonna
people.
pick up the heroes anyway, right? When they're like looking at your army and being like, "Wow, that's fantastic."
Oh, definitely, right? Like they're gonna look at like the presentation pieces the
Yeah.
most. Yeah.
They're not gonna be like, "I think Hormagaunt number 77 doesn't look quite right."
Yeah, if someone did that, I'd be like, okay, buddy.
Yep.
Like, let's play our game so I can not talk to you again.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand
Yeah,
that.
I don't know. I don't got much more than that. If
Yeah,
someone's
exactly.
rule number one: don't criticize other people's painting. They worked hard on it, and they're
Yeah.
proud of it. Be nice.
Yeah, unless they want like honest critique and they're like, "Well, what could I do better? You got to tell me."
Yeah, if they're like that, then sure.
Yeah.
But the important thing to understand is not everybody is like that.
Mhm.
Not everyone's like really itching to get some good feedback. Some people are just happy with what they did, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You just be happy for them, and everyone's happy.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was you who was telling me that like you saw the thing on Reddit and they're like, "We have to stop normalizing just complimenting even bad paint jobs."
Yeah, yep,
Yeah, and
yep,
like,
totally was. It's
why
like,
though?
no. It's like, why? Just,
Yeah.
they're proud of their stuff, and
Mhm.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Look, everyone can go home happy now. The end.
Mhm.
Yep.
Unless they want tips, then you give them tips.
Yeah, if they ask for it, then, then yeah, there you go. And that's
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Generally speaking, like, if it's on Reddit, like, the really amazing paint jobs will get, like, a shit ton of upvotes. And, like, the not as good ones, but someone's proud of it, will get a few, and they'll probably feel good about it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can
You
all
don't need
move
to
on
be
with our
like,
lives.
this is awful.
Yeah.
Why did you even post this?
Yeah, I just think it's insane that somebody's like sees that as a problem.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, of all the problems, that is not one that needs to be solved. It's
Mhm.
actually not a problem. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, like I like how those Chaos Warriors came out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Quite
they're
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And I had
Elbert you
fun
did a
painting them,
while
too.
ago too was pretty nice.
I actually redid him a little bit. Oh, did I put him away? Yeah, he's not here. Yeah. I didn't like the I don't think it really came out on stream very well, but like he was like when you saw him next to other guys, he looked really gray. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did some Xandri dust and then did the over the flesh tone and redid that and it came out way better afterward. I was very happy with it.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, the slapjob thing I gave the let's see. These the spider guys I did in the same manner, but I like primed them Xandri dust and then went over with like Ustabi bone and then white scar over the top instead.
Mhm.
So it gave them a lot more of a the colors stuck a lot better, I guess. Like you don't have like the deep dark recesses in them, and
Right.
it definitely helps them not look gray or anything.
God,
So like the
I
colors
love those
pop.
guys.
Yeah, me too. This guy's actually like I didn't think I liked this particular version of this model as much, but actually now that I have it, I do. You know, it's one of
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
So, you know, I actually have a theory because I think we say this a lot. Like, some of these models look so much better in person than they do on the websites.
Oh yeah.
So I think because a lot of them are just 3D printed, like CAD models that they give to painters early while they actually put the real ones in production. And so the ones you're
Oh, you
seeing
think so?
on, huh?
You think so?
Yeah, and that is actually true.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh, very
it's not
interesting.
even like a I think so. It's just like that information is out there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that was kind of like talked about. Um, so the reason why I know this is like when remember like the reveal stream and they did like the CAD printings for the symbols on what is presumably the Dawnbringer Crusades.
I don't know if I remember that.
It was the same one that they revealed Echoes of Doom and like the Dragonfly Riders.
Oh, I only watched like a little bit of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, so we have like these CAD printings of like all these symbols for like human
Oh, you know
bases.
what? No, I did see it. I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and then Vince was talking was like, yeah, of course they get like the CAD printed stuff so they can give it to their painters.
Mm.
Yeah, so like all the stuff on the websites are like printed CAD models.
Oh, interesting.
And then when you get them in person, they look like so much better.
Hmm.
It's because they are.
That's surprising, but okay.
Yeah, I think that's just some cool trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're even using 3D printers now too.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, think of the development time save that makes, and like it reduces their like waste, as it were. Right. Like
yeah,
they don't need to be like quite as careful about everything because they can try it first.
yeah. Because like actually imagine
Makes
it
a
too.
big
Like
difference.
before that, like they probably had to like build the mold, print it, and then get it to their painters, and then do all the hyping.
Yeah,
So it probably like actually cut off like months of the development cycle too.
probably.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. So actually, when like the leaks happened too, like for the Slaves of Darkness and among other things in the Nighthaunt
Mhm.
book, there was actually a huge scare in the company because they like send these CAD models out to like different like facilities, of course, right?
Yeah.
And so like they thought if like somebody got access to all of those and
Oh
then put
boy,
them out there, then they couldn't copyright any of those things.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be weird if they couldn't copyright it, even though it was their stuff. Like that basically got stolen.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
I don't know how true they can't copyright it is.
Yeah, that would seem very weird to me. It might be true, but
Yeah,
that would
that's what
seem
I
very
heard, but I am not sure about that one.
yeah,
But like also I don't disbelieve it too.
yeah, yeah.
But
There could
yeah.
be some weird rules. I haven't looked into it at all.
Yeah. Or maybe like they're in the midst of getting copy written. Like I don't know what the process for that is, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then they sent the models out for like print and stuff first, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, well, either way, that would be disastrous for this hobby if that like would
Oh
happen,
yeah,
right?
if they yeah,
Like that would just be millions upon millions of dollars gone.
yeah, definitely.
Now, like it might even be the death of the company. Eh, maybe
Well,
not.
if a couple models got out, nah, it probably wouldn't be that big a deal. If everything got out and like it was like really easy to just print the actual GW stuff, like yeah, that could be a problem.
If it was everything within like a 6 month span.
Yeah, yeah, that'd probably get tough. Although they could probably claim that it was their designs, and if other people print them and try to sell them, they could bring them to court. I would guess.
Yeah.
So I would guess it wouldn't do too much. It would bring down their profits, but I'm guessing it wouldn't. It wouldn't totally sink them.
Yeah.
They would definitely like be hurting a little bit from it,
Mm-hmm.
probably, but like probably not as much as it might seem at first. I would guess.
Yeah. That would be a tough. Yeah. I don't know for sure, but I
Like think
think you're
about it.
probably right. Yeah.
I would think about it this way: like video games get pirated all the time, right?
Yep.
But developers still make plenty of money to keep making more games
Oh yeah, because
because
I would
people.
definitely still buy them from the company.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, and there's like not only is it like that's the only legal way to do it, but like also it's just like
Brand
you
loyalty.
want to also yeah, exactly, right. You want to
Yeah.
support the developers of something that you like.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
I don't think it would be super disastrous.
I would hope not, but yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's scary either way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It would definitely slow down like development, right? If it cut into the profits, they wouldn't have as much to like make more things.
Could.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean that's all
it
about
depends on how
investment, right?
much, right? Yeah,
Yeah, and they'd have to be like seriously on a shoestring for that to occur, I would think, because you you'd want to invest more money,
yeah.
like even if it's like taking out loans or whatever to rebuild stuff quicker, because
Hmm.
like that just means more money. Like assuming you're going at the right cadence, right,
Right.
for your customer base. But
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
all that being said, I'm not an expert in any of this, so if I'm super wrong about all of this stuff and it makes no sense, well, here we are.
Well, let's just put we allegedly think this.
Yes,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Oh man, man, I'm at the part now where you just see like little white spots everywhere.
Yep, that definitely
Like
happens.
I have to fix.
I usually like get all the basic colors down
Hmm.
and like get it most of the way, and then just like touch up the little white dots after.
Yeah. See, the problem with that right now is I'm not sure what I'm doing for the armor yet.
Okay,
Oh, I put way too much in there. Shit. Okay. Hold on. We're going for a
holding.
rescue mission. Yeah, you
Rescue
know when you just
mission, go.
yeah, you just put way too much on like a single area and it just covered up all of the detail.
Yeah,
Yeah. I just covered up her eye accidentally. Damn. Okay.
I always
We'll
try
fix
to
that.
dot the eyes afterward anyway for like those kinds of models. But
You know, it
goddamn,
just like
dotting eyes
filled
is
in the
so
whole
hard.
gap and all the detail was gone.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I just went in there with a dry brush and picked it up.
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't think it usually ever dries like that, so it's like not the end of the world.
Yeah. I'll try to do as much to mitigate it as I can.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to get the branch stuff done here. I like painting like the trees with contrast because then you like put different like amounts too,
Mhm.
and it makes different colors that way.
Oh, it definitely does.
Like you
Yeah,
put it
it's cool.
very light, it's very different than if you put like a heavy amount.
Yep.
And then the dry brush at the end, and it's all good. Nice and pretty. Yeah. I'm starting to get real excited for the Sylvaneth book, too.
Good. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I didn't think I was going to be at all.
Mhm.
I just want to know what those dragonfly riders. Yeah, the dragonfly riders do.
Oh, you're gonna get a bunch of them if they're any good, right? Even if they're not very good, you'll probably get a few.
I definitely want at least one of each, I think.
Yeah,
I just think the sculpt's so fucking cool.
they are very cool.
Yeah. And again, like, I want mobile options in this army.
Yeah,
Because
and
I
you'll
think,
have them.
like, yeah, like a huge problem was that there wasn't any. And so, like, you teleport your one thing, and then it just gets mulched because it's all by itself.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so much easier to like teleport to different places having so many overgrown terrain features, right?
Yeah, but still only one unit can do it a turn, and then the tree lords have their own.
Right, yeah, but
Yeah.
my point is like before it was like very obvious where a teleport could happen. So
Oh,
like your
yeah.
opponent could
Yeah,
in
true.
theory just be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna put a bunch of guys around the tree, and if they teleport in, I'm gonna maul them. I'll sacrifice the one thing, and then
Yeah.
just completely take them down."
That's actually kind of a. I don't think this is what you're going for, but for the fact that you have like four of them, or yeah, 4 to 5 of them to start,
Hmm.
and they have to like cover them, right? So like if a guy's near them, you can't teleport to them, so they naturally want to put guys near all of them.
Yeah,
So they naturally spread out. And I think like this army is really good at picking things that are spread out.
yeah, that works out perfectly too.
Yeah, like the same way the Deepkin are.
Yep,
Yeah, and it's just like now we have a mechanic that forces our opponents to spread thin.
spread thin or risk being attacked from that angle that you're
Yeah.
not covering. Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably going to be an insanely techy army.
It feels like it, yeah.
And you know what? It
I
should.
mean, it's an elf book, right?
Yeah,
Gotta break more rules.
exactly. And yeah, and they got their combat rule and movement rule they break now, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm breaking all the rules. Oh my god, not another elf list. What's this world coming to?
I made the joke before, I'm not sure if I did on stream, but the new Nighthaunt book totally feels like an elf book right now.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, because, like, if you have the right guys, like, most of your stuff is hitting on twos, wounding on twos.
Oh yeah,
And, like, the War Scrolls themselves are, like, not impressive, but, like, the synergies make them insanely impressive.
yeah, yeah.
And your allegiance abilities, yeah.
Yep.
And you have to, like, play smart about it, too.
I mean, yeah, that sounds exactly like an elf army.
Yeah, and it's great.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's finally got elves. Woo!
I always felt like Death was kind of like that same mindset of like definitely like the arrogance and then we're like raw power too.
hmm
Where like sometimes elves are like sneaky, but like there's definitely like the high elves. Like I wouldn't call Illumineth subtle, for example, right?
No, they're definitely not subtle.
Yeah, and like their thing is like we're the best wizards in the world and we're
hmm
the best melee guys in the world.
Yeah,
And Death has like that same energy of like we're the best. But then like Lumineth have like shooting and then we can bring models back.
that's kind of true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were about to say, and Death now has shooting too, but then it doesn't, and it's sad.
You know what's kind of funny though?
Oh yeah,
Is you
what's that?
have like in Nighthaunt like a surprising amount of like solid chip damage in the shooting phase.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Because you have the I think the Spirit Torment and his little chain gas friends are just
hmm
like auto takes.
Oh
Because
yeah,
of
so
like
so are they as good as they like seem to be? Like they're just like that's the good shooting attack.
yeah.
'Cause I think we were talking about that
hmm
a little bit.
I don't ever run them in mass. I haven't tried that yet.
Mhm.
But like the fact that you have them and the Curlgas Cruciator, that's like 8 shots with Ren 2.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like I was using it to like bracket Cygors before I charged them. Or not Cygors, the other one, Gorgon.
Gorgon. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the play. Bracket those
Yeah.
Gorgons and they do nothing.
Or if it's just like actually I think I had to bring it down and one of them had 2 wounds left.
Oh yeah, just like
Yeah.
whoops, it's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And like just a very solid amount of like dedicated shooting.
hmm That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's not the dedicated shooting unit, but that's okay.
Yeah, and I'm like fine with like not having like range to be like a huge powerhouse like it is for
Yeah,
some armies.
yeah.
And like it definitely shouldn't be. It should be support stuff. And I haven't painted up the rest of my crossbows yet, but I think I'm gonna get a unit of 15. I'm gonna try that out one day with
Do it. Yeah.
Paradox because I don't know if we're writing them off necessarily. I don't think they're great. I mean, like I definitely wouldn't do it in a tournament, but I'm sure like they might be able to do some cool stuff. Like the
It'd be
rally rule
interesting
is
to
actually
see.
really good, I think, but like
Do they have the 4-up rally?
5 up.
That's 5-up. Okay.
Yeah. And like that's a good rule. There's no doubt about that. But
Yeah.
it's only as good as the unit you're using it on in a way too, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like you can have stuff coming back all day, but if it's totally irrelevant to be coming back, then it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know if like it's a war scroll problem or a points problem with them though, you know?
It's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, something's not right.
Yeah, I think it's the range on them.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. 12-inch range is nothing.
Yeah. And I kind of get it because like you can deep strike anything you want in this army. Is the
Mhm.
thought, but like yeah, you're just leaving yourself open to counterattack.
Yeah, it's like you're just gonna like and like aren't the shots are force fours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like force fours you're hitting with 25%. Like yeah, yes, I know they have the ability to what, sixes to hit automatically wound.
Yeah,
That's
which
how it
gives
works,
you a
right?
13% extra wounds.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
so
13 of 25.
right.
So
It's
27, 28%.
yeah.
Yeah, of the yeah.
It's not a lot. Yeah.
But on
So
the other hand, if they're counterattacking those, like that's good.
yeah. But
Yeah.
did you spend so many points on them that like you can't really afford to lose them too?
Mhm.
So
The answer
yeah,
is
it's
probably.
yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I want to love them.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I really do. Well, we'll see. Yeah, when you play them,
Yeah.
definitely report back.
Mhm. Yeah, the Ulrich games went well, or the game rather, and that was good. But yeah, he just does so much like mobility stuff.
Oh, the boat.
The boatman, yeah.
Oh man, I was hearing Ulrich and starting it with a U in my brain, and like I was not coming up with anything for what Ulrich meant.
Or Alan the Downer, as they call him.
Alan the Downer.
Yeah, not
Poor
Ulrich the
guy.
Drowner. Yeah, it's like the Sad Larry cartoons from Cyanide and Happiness.
Yep.
But yeah, like just being able to teleport, like you do him in the Dreadblade Horror, that's 4 things,
Hmm.
and then you deep strike 3 things, and then you bring Reikenor because he's fast. You
Yep.
can have just like your whole army on their side of the board, like turn one.
That's pretty crazy.
And I brought the Black Coach there too, but I'm not convinced on that thing being good.
Yeah. No, I get you.
But it's fun.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Is the damage just not there? You said you got 2 blasts off. You said right.
Yeah. And like they did okay damage.
You
It's
didn't
just
happen to roll the one and have it do nothing.
no, I didn't. Yeah.
Thank God, right?
I think it was like a 5 and a 7. Which wasn't great.
Oh, for the damage.
Yeah.
3D, 3D
3d3.
3.
Yeah.
So what's that? 4.5. Is that 4.5? No, 2, 2, 6. Oh, so you did like
Exactly on
average
the nose
damage.
average, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Which is fine.
yeah.
But yeah, and it's just like the melee profile is okay. Like my problem with it is like it's 340 points for 12 wounds and a 5 up save, right?
Yeah.
And like that's pretty good. But like everything in this book that you need to survive kind of has a 5 up because you have a spell that makes it a 5 up, and like you can spend the command ability to give it a 5 up, right?
Hmm.
So you can like take that for like 100 or like 340 points and have 12 wounds at a 5 up, sometimes a 4 up, or you can take like a reinforced Grimghast Reapers,
And it just feels way better to
and
do
they're
that.
320 for 20 wounds with that same thing, right?
Yeah.
And then they have like a lot more attacks.
Now, when you were saying 5 up, 4 up, maybe 4 up, was that ward save?
Yes, ward save.
Okay, so they have a 4 up save normally, I would guess.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, everything in the book except for chain rests are a 4 up normal save.
Mhm.
And then the 6 up ward. And then you can discorporate as a command ability to make it a 5 up.
That's cool.
Or there's like the spell that gives you a 5 up.
That's right. Yep, I
Yeah.
remember that. Yep.
So it just, in my opinion, like it's pretty fragile
Yeah.
compared to like a lot of other things you can bring. So you have to like play it very cowardly.
But then you're not really getting much out of it, I would guess.
Yeah, that's what I felt like anyway.
Yeah.
And like it used to like bring back models, you know, and it doesn't
It doesn't
anymore.
now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and it just has like that laser cannon thing, which like it was against Beast, so I got it off before it died twice, you know. But like
Yeah.
not everybody's gonna have like bodies.
Yeah, how does that thing charge again?
Whenever an enemy model within 9 inches of it or within 12 inches of it dies, you add a mark to it.
Oh, yeah, that's actually, like, Beast is, like, a really good target for that, even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I wasn't
So I
like
guess a
blown
lot
away
of the
with the
time.
damage, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's That's kind of unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of an interesting, like, give and take, though, right? Because, like, if you get that more often, like, mortal wounds tend to not be, like, as good against Tord armies just because they have, like, the bodies to tank it.
Yeah, it's like wound efficiency per point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not, like, when the rule does work frequently, it's not even against, like, the list you want it. You want that kind of rule for anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's like, it's fine. Like, it's extra damage, and that's, like, well and good.
How does it target?
It's just like in the
Like,
shooting phase, you pick a thing within 12.
okay,
It's
so
just
you
a
could
shooting
like pick
attack.
out heroes, right?
Oh, yeah, you could.
So maybe that's kind of like what you want to try to do, like if you can,
Or a
like
monster.
obviously, yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
Although not beast monsters because they just have wounds for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, different story. Can you imagine running that and running into um giants, Sons of Bayonet?
Oh, yeah, you'll never work.
Yep. Is it only enemy models die
Yeah.
that charge it? Yeah, yeah. Literally, it's just like a waste of 300 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that
340 even.
340 even. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, that's rough. That
So,
would be
like,
rough.
it's just like, in my opinion, it's like matchup dependent, and it's not even great in the
Yeah,
matchups
even
it's good
even in
for.
that matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you weren't impressed against Beast, and it sounds like were they running like a bunch like horde units, at least a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you weren't even impressed there, that's very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. It's a cool centerpiece, though. It looks nice on the shelf.
Oh, but it sucks when you say that about nice
Anything.
models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Scriptor
What?
Mortis bad.
Well, you know what? You know what's great? Here's another selling point for Age of Fantasy.
There
Just
you go.
run it as something in that. There you
There
go,
you
and then you
go.
can play it
Yeah.
again. Yeah. So if you play a few different games, if you play Age of Sigmar and this, you can bring out all those models that are sitting on the shelf. Give them some fun rules from like some units in that, and there you go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So we're getting to the point where it's list building time.
Yeah.
So do you want to try to build a list in how about I try to build like a vampire list in Age
Oh
of
yeah. Let's do
Fantasy?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
All
Here,
right.
I'm gonna follow along actually on my own.
Yeah, let me just
There we
finish this color and let the brush dry out real quick.
Vampiric Undead.
Yeah. Or do I want to do Osiarch?
Oh,
What do
do
you
they have
think?
Osiarch?
They have ossified undead, it looked like.
It will would definitely be them. I don't know which ones would you be more excited about seeing?
It's hard. That's like a toss up for those two of my favorites, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. Let's do the Ossified Undead because it's probably like a slightly smaller list of things.
You know what, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
you got 9 profiles here,
Okay.
base
That's
profiles
doable.
anyway.
Yeah. I can't wait to see that book whenever it comes.
Oh, I know, right?
See, so I'm gonna go back. Beastman. So we're doing it is ossified undead, right? Yeah.
You got it exactly right.
750 is what you did.
Yep, that's like what they suggest to start with,
Great
and it's
work.
it's a small army. Yeah.
Alright, let me go here. Let's see. Is that it's not quite right. You know, I'm gonna cover this screen actually. So we can actually see what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good. There we go.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah, I'll put some models at the bottom here so that
Hmm.
there's something to look at.
Herald of Death. What are you? You're a Leech Cavalos, I'm imagining.
So you can upgrade it with a skeletal steed or a great steed.
Oh, so that's a Xantos or a normal one, I bet.
Yeah, it could be. Or the skeletal steed. You could make like a hero out of one of the Catalyst Death Riders for
Oh,
maybe
okay.
skeletal steed.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Bone Master is probably. Oh, it's just one of the wizards. And the
Yep.
upgrade options are probably the different. Yeah, Bone Throne. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, you
There it
can put a
is.
wizard on a horse too. Bone Shaper, Lord of Bones, Soul Master. That's fun. Let's add one of these.
Which one did you add? Bone Master?
Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna do a. It's a Bone Master. Yep.
Yep.
So Artisan of Shades. What is that? The regeneration special rule.
So
Regener-
regeneration is you just hover over it. When taking a wound, roll 1 dice. On a 5 up, it is ignored. 5 upward.
Let's do it. Bones. Fearless and Furious. And he's got to be a wizard. Oh, okay. I can't do both.
Yeah, you gotta pick one.
Okay. Well, I want a wizard one and I want a Lord of Bones one.
There you go.
But I can do like both, right? So I can have a Soul Master on a horse. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
What's his weapon?
I kind of like this kind of thing because it kind of lets you. It's almost like a whatchamacallit? The thing that's in the in the newest book that we
Oh,
got in the
Anvil
old
of
books.
Apotheosis.
And yeah, there you go.
Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna go for Rule of Cool right now.
Do it.
Yeah, because I don't really know much. Oh, okay. So I only have. Okay. So can I edit it here? Yes. No. Yes. There we go. Sorry, guys. Still learning.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's a little behind for me, so I can't help out as
Right,
much as
right.
I would hope to.
I understand. Trophy banner. Oh, gives him fear. Okay.
Yep. So that's the plus D3 wounds when checking who won melee, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
That rule is actually quite good. And then you have like all different weapons that you can give them, like the lance, halberd, spear.
So I went with both of them are on horse. They both have halberds. Those are
Nice,
my
nice.
favorite fantasy weapons, and yeah, one's a wizard and one has a 5 up board.
Rending's not too bad. Although you could do. I really like impact a lot.
It seems
Um,
impact's one of like the powerful words. Like when you see first
oh,
strike.
it's definitely very
Yeah, like
powerful.
I
Yeah.
got that vibe right away.
Yep. Rending's fine, and actually, it's not bad because it just makes them AP4 and like that gets. I don't know if there's any model. There's like a couple models in the game that it doesn't get through. Although that is actually important to note. Sixes will always save.
Okay.
So if you roll a 6 to save, you always pass. So you always try to roll even if you would not normally be able to save. So just a little thing to note.
Yeah, that checks out. So I imagine the Great Steed actually might be like an Arc on the Black kind of deal.
Great steed would be. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, the Herald of Death on a great steed. That's almost for sure what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you make him a Spell Reaper as well.
Yep.
There you go. There's your Archon model.
Yeah. Spell Reaper +2 wizard. Highly
And you could give him
or slow. Lord of Bones. Feelers. Okay. Yeah.
Poison weapons are really sweet. They're actually better than exploding sixes. They're triple exploding sixes. Essentially, they give you 3 hits instead of 1.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you don't need to roll the wounds for them, so it's just auto, right? It's just 3 times as good on a 6. And you'll note you only hit on 6s sometimes, like when you've already fought, but you'll still get the poison. So you'll still like every 6 will be 3 hits still. So poison is actually a really powerful rule.
Okay. Cool. I like that quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually very good for them. So it looks like your base guys are guardians. So those would be the Mortec guard. There we go.
All right, cool.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know
Wonder
where you are.
Guard, Death Riders, Stalkers, Immortals,
Yep,
Horrors. What would a horror
skeleton
be?
horror.
Oh, Morghast, probably.
Tough three. Oh, tough three flying. Yep, for sure.
And Crawler.
It's interesting that they come in. Are Morghast normally in groups of 3 or 2?
2.
Oh, that's interesting. So you'd want to have like 6 of them so that you can run like 3 units of 2 in Age of Sigmar or 2 units of 3
Mm-hmm.
in this type of thing.
So
You got the Harvester Beast. Oh no, go ahead.
enemies charging units where all models have the rule don't count as having charged.
So yeah, like that would turn off like Furious where you get an extra attack on the charge.
Oh, so it's pretty defensive then.
Yeah, yep, definitely.
All right, cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So, they have the spears can give them. Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
And they have poison on top. Ooh,
Yeah, I think
that's
I want
spicy.
at least 2 units of this.
Yeah.
And I think I want to deck them out a little bit. So it's combined unit mean? Oh, I can just mouse over it. Merge units
Yep.
by deploying 2 copies of the same unit in a single big... Oh, okay. It's reinforcing.
Yep. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah. Oh, what does undead do? Whenever this unit takes a morale test, it is passed automatically. Then roll as many dice as models tough in the unit, and for each result of 1 or 2, unit takes 1 wound, which can't be. Oh, okay. So they'll never actually run away, but you'll just like
Lose
you'll just slowly degrade a little bit. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Sergeant. That's one to hit. And shooting our melee.
Musician and battle standard are just straight. It just like +1 to how many wounds for winning melee. So they're actually pretty good.
So you want those. Can I afford to
Yeah,
take
they are expensive though. Like 10 points is a hefty chunk.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's always good to like see all of the upgrades and then you can be like, well, I didn't need that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I'm at 770, so I'm a little over.
Yeah, you just gotta like tweak one of the like you could take out the musician battle standard. And there you go.
And one of them, yeah.
It's literally perfect. Yep. Oh, the crawler catapult. I didn't take a look at that.
Yeah.
36-inch range, 4 attacks, poison, indirect. Damn.
Seems
Artillery. Counts as having a defense 2+ against shooting attacks. Oh, so you can't shoot this thing at all.
fun.
It's slow. That makes sense. Tough
Should be,
3.
yeah.
Only tough 3 though. That's you really don't want people to get next to it, but it has the really good defense against shooting.
Deadly 6 seems insane.
Deadly 6. Where is that one?
Dread Cauldron way at the bottom.
Oh. Sign each wound.
Oh, it doesn't carry over though.
Model and multiply.
Oh, so that's your hero killer.
Yeah,
Monster
definitely,
killer.
right?
Okay.
Sign.
I like that you can combine the crawlers into a unit too.
Actually, that's really. Oh, can you? Can you combine? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Actually, that Deadly 6 against like a unit of like the Stalkers or Immortals or Skeleton Horrors or whatever, it'd be really good too. Like you just like plop 1 on each model, and it's just like, oh, 6 to that, 6 to that, 6 to that. Goodbye.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
And because it would be well, they only get 1 attack, I suppose. So you'd have to, and I don't know if there's really a way to get more than 1 attack. Okay. But yeah, you could still pick one of those off though, pretty good.
Right. Yeah, that
That's
looks
a
like a
normal
list here. I don't know if this is any good.
Well, the cool thing is what we found with various lists. Like there are definitely some lists that are better than others, but it's really easy to just like kind of make like this is an average list type of thing.
Yeah.
And like I have my kind of honed list at this point. It's for 750 points. It's like it's 3 Vanguard, which each have like I think it's like impact 4 each. So that's 12 on the charge.
Yeah.
And then I take the Knights, which also and give them impact 2 each on the charge, and then I had the Bellicor. And that was like a really powerful that was a really powerful list.
And it sounds
But,
like Phalanx shuts off like impact too.
Oh yeah, yeah, it definitely does. That's right. That's the other really important one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having phalanx against all my impact hits would be really good.
Uh-huh.
And then you can hide the heroes in the list with the phalanx so that they don't get charged, and take all the impact hits instead.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
makes sense. All right, we did it. We
we
made
did
a
it.
list. That's fun. Okay. I see
Yeah,
the
it's pretty cool,
appeal.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome. All right. Well, that calls it for the show for tonight, I think. Yeah.
yeah,
That was a good time.
yeah,
Next week, I'm hoping we have some book information. I don't know.
yeah. Me too.
Yeah. I think we're probably going to be done with the leaks for now, it seems, because we haven't really seen any lately.
Yeah, like whatever source was giving us all those leaks seems to have
Been
dried up for
silenced.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
get very far on the Lady of Vines, but that's some progress. Probably finish her up next
Definitely.
stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I got somewhere on these guys. They're looking a little more. They're looking a little better anyway. We'll
You
get
got
there.
some scan.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. But yeah. We'll figure out what we do next time then. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
have a good night, everybody. Happy wargaming. Okay. That was fun.
Yeah, that didn't go bad.
No. Not at all. It freaks me out because like the stream deck is set up, and I think it just mutes us whenever I stop streaming. So I'm like, oh, were we muted the whole time?
Oh god, that would suck so bad.
Yeah,
But we must not have been because the
we
guy
were
was
having a
talking to us, right?
conversation. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah, that happened on the Daughters of Cain one actually. That really scared me.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but like it was like, oh, we were talking to Hey Whoa, so like we must have been there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see the appeal of this. This seems fun,
It is fun.
and
Yeah,
that's like,
no.
I guess I should have said this on stream, but it does have that like one aspect I miss about AOS, where you get to like build a hero.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely do. You can like kind of customize exactly what you want them to be, which is
Mhm.
really fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's nice and easy to. It's more of like the quick style game where like if you have a bunch of time, you're gonna sit down and play AOS, right? But if you got like just like a quick little few minutes to play or whatever,
Yeah.
this is a real good option for it.
Yeah, this was great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see like an appeal to this for me, like over Warcry, for example.
Yeah, yeah. It's like also a quick game, but like you're not like a big fan of the skirmish games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, we can try it sometime when you